Got a question asking about a good resource for tenant landlord lease agreements, one that's California compliant. What are some resources here? Hi, my name is Rob Wells. I'm the Landlord Warrior on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our videos. Now, usually when I get this question from landlords, they're looking at, wanting a California compliant lease agreement that's going to be up to date and can be very useful in their for the rentals and so forth. And usually my first resource, and I'm not being endorsed by them or paid or sponsored to give this recommendation, would probably be the California Apartment Association. They're probably one of the largest lobbies for landlords in the state of California, and they've been on the front line in the last several years due to the fact that California is trying to pass new regulations and laws that affect landlords. And usually CAA is the first organization. There's others that are trying to advocate for landlords as well, but they're probably like one of the biggest ones that are out there speaking up about certain bills, going through the legislature, telling our legislatures, it's hard being a landlord nowadays, and you should consider X, Y, and Z, and so forth. They do have lease agreements, month-to-month agreements. They're relatively straightforward with instructions. They do have educational classes if you become a member of the apartment association, and they do keep their forms up to date. And in fact, they have people that their sole job is basically to make sure that they're keeping up with the laws, updating the forms and so forth. And when landlords properly fill out these forms and use those leases, I tend to see that they're very landlord friendly. And have good policies in place that will cover most landlords. Okay. Obviously your mileage is going to vary. Your situation may be different. For example, if you rent out rooms, you're not going to have the same considerations as a, single family homeowner that has exemptions under the Tenants Protection Act, for example. So your mileage is going to vary. You're going to need legal counsel to go with you if you have specific questions or, need to talk about your specific lease situation, about how things should be framed, that type of deal. If you're in the Northern California area and you are a landlord trying to figure out what terms and so forth you might want to consider having in a lease agreement, feel free to reach out to our profile below. You can go to our website and book a case review session, and we can talk more about that situation. But put your comments, questions down below. Until next time, folks, I'll talk to you then. Thanks.